Hi, I'm attorney Dave Maldonado, a seasoned litigator with over a decade of experience in Montana. Have you been injured in a car accident? If so, remember insurance companies want to give you as little money as possible. There's a reason why they have the biggest buildings in the largest cities. Don't let big insurance bully you. Visit BigSkyDefender.com today to see how I can help you get fair compensation for your injuries. The consultation's free and the fight's real.
Do you with the numbers you put up and your interviews beforehand,
yeah, absolutely.
Do you expect to get drafted, or do you kind of not have expectations?
I mean, it's a high expectation to have, but I expect a lot out of myself, and I've always set my dream and goal to do that. So I want to see it happen, and I think it could potentially happen. But if it doesn't, just wait for the call in free agency, and we'll see what happens.
This process has evolved so much over the last 5 to 10 years. Now, I mean, NFL teams can bring twice as many guys to camp. So how important is that? Is just getting an opportunity to go show yourself as a football player as the next step? I
think that's super important, because when you look at it, like you said, there's so many guys in camp. That just gets your foot in the door, and then from there you got to work your butt off and show them what you're actually all about. I mean, because anyone can come out here and run these drills and do pretty well. I mean, but at the end of the day, they're bringing you in to play football, and if you can't play football, then you're not going to make the team. So you still got to make it happen on the field.
In just a few minutes, small business owners can now sign up for Blackfoot Communication Services. Whether it's dependable voice options or internet services, sign up simply by visiting blackfootsmallbusiness.com. Click on the services you wish, select an installation time and date, and you're done. Small business services at the touch of your fingers. Connect to more with Blackfoot Communications and blackfootsmallbusiness.com.
In a competition like this, where success is determined by just tenths of a second, how nerve-wracking is that?
I mean, that's the biggest thing, is like you can time out whatever you want when you're training, time out whatever times you're getting there. It's going to be different than some here. Like, it's just a click of a button that could change your destiny. So it's pretty nerve-wracking knowing that, but once it comes, it's just you got to trust your training, do what you're going to do, and then go put out your best number.
How much do you think your training did pay off? I mean, I know you told me all about it last week. How much did it translate today?
I mean, I'll just let the numbers speak for itself. I think it paid off pretty well. I mean, there's a couple things I think I could have done a little bit better on, but I'm super happy with all my numbers, so it was good.
Mentally, for you, like, obviously it's like when you step to the line, it's kind of a real moment, just what was that, we've talked about your journey through college football, but when you're here on a pro day, what is that moment like for you? Can you even describe what it's like, really? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy to think about, because the weeks leading up to this, I've been thinking about specifically being on that 40 line, just in my head over and over and over again, and then these last couple days I've just had a super calm demeanor and everything, and I've been just saying trusted training, it's going to be good, trusted training, and then just go out and run. So when I stepped up to that line, I wasn't nervous at all for any event today, and I think just having that calmness to me helped me a lot. Last year you were out here watching your teammates compete in this as well, so pretty much ever since then have you thought about hey, that could be me someday, getting out here, get a chance to show off in front of scouts?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been my dream and goal to do this ever since I gave up baseball and switched to straight football. And growing up, I wanted to play a professional sport no matter what it was, and now to turn a dream into a reality, hopefully, it's obviously a dream come true.
What's one of the main questions that scouts are asking you that they want to know?
Right now, specifically, they're asking about what position they think I can play and what they see me playing as. They want to know how much coverage I played at my time with the Griz and everything, and they're just kind of asking if I think I can adapt into playing more coverage as a 3-down linebacker and everything like that.
And then I know you mentioned the warm weather, and then you're coming here back in the cold.
Yeah.
But being a Montana guy, is that Montana toughness a real thing? You got your shirt off doing the broad jump. Do you feel like you have an advantage coming back and competing in this kind of weather? I mean, I wouldn't say it's an advantage, but it definitely helps being from here.
I mean, like I said, when I was in Florida, it was 85, 90 degrees, and they were hitting record highs. So it's a lot different. But when I came back, a couple weeks ago, I stepped off the plane. It was sunny, and I was like, this isn't that bad at all. Is it like in the 50s? And then came down to Missoula. It was a little colder, but that's why I came here a week early, just to get used to everything, used to the field, get acclimated again, and get the sleep schedule all set, because it's a 2-hour time change too. So definitely prepared for all of that.
You mentioned dreaming of this growing up, and I mean, everybody that plays football dreams about getting a chance in the NFL. What would like 4th grade Patrick O'Connell think of performing in front of like 7 or 8 scouts?
Well, he probably wouldn't think at all. Probably picking his nose in class, making fun of the teachers. But no, I think, I mean, if he knew this, if I knew this when I was younger, then I don't know. I would think you're crazy telling me that. But I would also kind of believe you in the same sense, because I know where I came from. I know all the hard work that I put in to get to this point, and I just went out there and put it all into effect.
An NFL team that's taking a chance on Pat O'Connell, what are they getting?
Well, you can turn on the tape. You're going to see me flying around the ball no matter what. If I make a mistake, I'm going to make it at 110%, going full speed to the football. I'm going to put extreme effort into everything that I do in the weight room, in the film. I'm going to be the first guy in and then the last guy out. And I'm just going to be a tremendous teammate and do whatever I can do to help my team win.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Town Pump. Right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
Well, Justin, how'd it feel?
It felt great, man. I told you I was waiting for this day for so long. Very prepared, very mentally prepared. I enjoyed the process. Like I told somebody else, it's just like, it's kind of surreal wrapping up my career here, man. It's probably the last time I'll be on this field, participating in football activities. So it was great to get back out here. I felt like I showed what I needed to.
What's it like when you're working towards this moment for so long, and then you get it over with?
Yeah, the moment was great. I just didn't let it get too big for me. Like I said, I just enjoyed it for what it was. I was being where my feet were, and just like taking every drill by every drill. So once one drill is done, okay, we're on to the next. When that drill's done, we're on to the next. And just, understanding that I put the work in already, and it's going to fall exactly where it's supposed to. Success is determined by like tenths of a second in this. So like when you're got the hand on the line or you're getting ready to run your 40, what's going through your mind? Just run. To be honest, my training has been so great, and in terms of my preparation, it's just, it doesn't change, So I've been doing this for months now, just trusting it and just going out there and executing. I met your agent from Vegas. Were you training down in Vegas too? No, I was actually training in Miami. Oh, nice. So I was down there in Miami. Obviously different weather, so it was great to get back out here, I almost forgot how cold it gets in Montana. Was that part harder? You were in Florida, Pat was in Florida, so is it weird coming from like the nicest weather back to this? Not really. I mentally prepared myself for it. Obviously it wasn't ideal weather, but I'm like, you gotta do what's asked of you. So I just took it for what it was. I think I still performed exactly how I was supposed to. So what was the most challenging part of this process the last couple months? Not getting ahead of myself, like I said. My training started about 4 months ago, so I think early on I was kind of trying to look at the end of the road, and it's just like, nah, we got to be here today. So you could make your future better by today. You can't really change it thinking about the future. You got to it's about what you do today and the next day and the next day and the next day. So just putting one foot in front of the other and just getting the job done.
You guys are. Malik, you good? Cool,
I'm
man.
on Facebook. We good?
Oh, it looks great.
Beautiful.
We'll go get rolling. Just Malik, how do you feel after that? And just, what was this experience like?
Definitely a great experience. Just to see all the guys coming back after training all that time, and then just to get out there and, put all the work that we've been putting in for the 2-3 months on display was amazing. And I think for the conditions, with it being 30, 40, whatever the weather was, I think, I did pretty well out there. So I was definitely, happy with my performance today.
What was your preparation process? Some of these guys went down to Florida. Just what was kind of your off-season regimen like?
I was actually back home in California. I was training out in Laverne, like 40 minutes from where I stay. We were on a 6-day training regimen, usually just 1 day off, and then of course getting closer to pro day, we toned it down. 4 or 5 days less partial workouts and things like that. But we were at it for 2 to 3 months, and I think it definitely showed today. So.
You know you're fast. How nerve-wracking is it though when you got NFL scouts watching you try to run these times?
At the end of the day, they've been out here before, so I try to just think that they're just in a sense a part of the crowd. They're just representing their team at the end of the day. So I knew what I was capable of. It was just coming out here, getting out good. The turf was a little slick, but pretty good time out there. So I'm not too upset with it.
I mean, how did your times compare to what you thought you could do?
Oh, I always felt I could run faster, but not too far off.
For you, Malik, just obviously, did you come in with like a focal point on anything? Like, obviously, you're a receiver, you're a returner. Like, I mean, have scouts talked to you about any of those things? I guess, what's that process been like?
Just more so like they wanted to see if what they saw on film in terms of running was real. So I showed that today, and then another thing that I want to focus on is like showing my lateral quickness, whether it's in the shuttle or the 3 cones and some of those other drills. So I think I did pretty well with that, and then especially showing the receiver aspect of things. Just actually getting into the role the last 2 years. They mostly know me as a specialist, so I think as far as with me being the only receiver out there today, I think I really showed what I have at the receiver. A lot of upside, and definitely someone who can help out and make an impact.
You had a chance to watch your teammates do this last year too. So for you to be out here, a year later, what is that ahead of me and you? Is that something that's been in the back of your mind this season?
Yeah. Now I know what they were going through with the weather out here. I remember sitting out here up in the stands, just timing guys on my phone and stuff like that. Not really thinking like, hey, you're going to be there like next year. So. It was nice having all the support. All my friends came out here, just giving me all the support I need, and it's just amazing. And just to see how well the other guys did too, it was just a great turnout, honestly.
What would it mean to you to get a shot at pro football, just at all?
Oh, it mean everything. At the end of the day, you play this to become the best. With the dream of playing at the professional level and show that you're one of the best athletes in the world at whatever position it may be. So hopefully, I showed enough out here to where, the scouts will come and pick the boy up. So, I think I did really well. I'm excited with it, and now, just leave it in God's hand and just hope for the best.
You mentioned your development from like special teams to being a receiver, and you think of guys like Rashid Shaheed, who is now turning into a legit wide receiver.
Yeah.
Is that a career path that like inspires you? Can you see yourself filling that kind of a role?
Definitely take some from him, like him being at Weber the year before us, being tied for the NCAA FCS, kick return record. So, just the way he did in a sense, I could say, like, open the door for us returners, showing that, we can be receivers as well if we're given the opportunity. So, yeah, his career turned out great. So, I'm hoping to do the same thing in my own way at receiver and specialist as well.
You good?
Yeah.
Cool. So Marcus, I guess just walk us through how was this experience, and just how do you feel after your performance today?
Super cool actually being out here. You always kind of dream of playing the NFL, and the first steps to do a pro day. So I woke up this morning really blessed that I got the opportunity to come out here and show what I can do and hopefully get a shot.
You were out here last year, watching your teammates compete last year. So I mean, has that been something in the back of your mind ever since then? You're just like, oh, this could be me someday.
Going into last year and watching the pro day, I never really, I always want to play in the NFL, but I was kind of like, maybe it won't be for me. But then definitely once the season was over, I was like, I want to keep playing football. I want to do that. So then my mindset kind of changed, and I was excited to be out here.
Ultimately, just your performances, indoors, outdoors, can you kind of walk us through like how you prepared and your mentality and everything like that?
I worked out with Steve Failer since the season ended, and that's been absolutely amazing. So just preparing for everything and just try to do my best today.
Steve's a guy that not only is a great trainer, but he's been through this process before. So how did he help you with that? Because, I mean, he's been out here doing this back in the day.
Oh, he's been out here and he's been training so many different people.
Yeah.
All the ins and outs of it, how to train for every drill. So just the insight he provided me was just really helpful because I couldn't have done it myself.
When you see the hats and the coats and, Packers and Jaguars and Raiders and Seahawks, I mean, is that surreal to just see these guys out here watching you?
It's pretty cool. It's not just me, it's everyone out here. So it's a cool thing to realize, that it's kind of here. You've always dreamed playing in the NFL, so the fact that they're here watching us perform is pretty cool.
What were your biggest points of emphasis in training, and what sort of weaknesses were you trying to work on to get ready for this?
Just everything I was trying to work on. Get bigger, get faster, get stronger. So really just needed to show in every drill what I can do.
Ultimately, Marcus, I guess as you kind of go through it, mentally, what was that element like? Trying to get prepared, and then when you step to the line, ready to jump. What was that obstacle like?
It's kind of crazy. You train for so long, you do so many different reps, and you only get one shot at it. You slip, you don't have a good rep. It's just it's crazy. You only get one shot at it. So you just gotta really, when you step to the line, you gotta do your best, because that's what you get to show all the work you put in.
Overall, just what would it mean to you to get a chance at pro football, NFL? Just what would that mean to you?
Just to get a shot would be just a dream come true. As a little boy, you always, that was, you wrote what you want to be when you're older, and I always wanted to be a football player. So just to get a shot and just to have the opportunity would be amazing. If
an NFL team takes a shot on you, what are they getting in Marcus Welnel?
Someone who's fast and work his tail off and do the best he can.
Hi, I'm attorney Dave Maldonado, a seasoned litigator with over a decade of experience in Montana. Have you been injured in a car accident? If so, remember, insurance companies want to give you as little money as possible. There's a reason why they have the biggest buildings in the largest cities. Don't let big insurance bully you. Visit BigSkyDefender.com today to see how I can help you get fair compensation for your injuries. The consultation's free and the fight's real.